What's going on, fam? It is Tuesday, and we are here. What's up?
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome back, y'all. I am Lakeisha, and thank y'all for joining Progressively Becoming Studios.
Man, we've been out of it for so long. We got to get back in the rhythm. Get back in the rhythm.
And y'all know how we do here. As always, as you're getting on, I missed this part. Make sure you like, comment, and share. And let somebody know PB is on now. We are in the building tonight, 7 p.m. We are in the building. How y'all doing? How y'all doing out there? We missed y'all. His name is Jamel. We ain't been doing this so long. He ain't even introduced himself.
Well, see, I think I think at this point, I think at this point the individual should know who I am.
Maybe not. Maybe we have somebody new that's watching and don't know who these two people is.
You know, that may be the case. So if you're watching us on Facebook, what's going on, fam? If perhaps you're on our YouTube channel, Progressively Becoming Studios, good evening to all of you. You could be watching us on our website, www.progressivelybecoming.com. wherever you are, whatever state you may be in, we bid you good evening, and we pray that your day has been amazing. Ours has. Had a few bumps today and a few wrinkles, but ain't nothing that prayer can't cure. Prayer will iron out the wrinkles.
Prayer will do it. Prayer will fix it.
After a while.
Every time.
After a while.
But it's good to be back in the place here at PB. I missed y'all on Tuesday, 7 p.m.
What's going on, Carmen? Yeah, we are back. Anna, what's going on? Lady Goodson, we are glad to be back. Listen, absolutely. Thank you so much, Lady Goodson, for all of the birthday wishes, to all of you that wished me well and prayed for me. Thank you so much. Listen, do us a favor, because we've been behind scenes for, I would say, a few months now.
Yeah.
I think 4, because we came back from vacation in November, and then we went took a break in December. So listen, I need us to get our viewership back up. So do us a favor at this moment. Some of you are doing it. Thanks so much, sis. Tag a friend, tag a family member. I want you to call.
Text somebody,
send an email, send a grenade up in the air.
Ooh,
let them know
Lord
that
Jesus.
PB is on, and we are excited about tonight's conversation. We have a lot to share with you guys.
Yes,
a few changes, a few adjustments, so bear with us. We hope we'll make you laugh a bit, cry a bit, feel better about yourself when you come out of here, feel motivated and encouraged. That's the goal.
Yes, I don't know if y'all, those of you that's been down with PB from the beginning, y'all remember when we started in our house?
Yeah.
And we have the PB clock. We still have that clock, y'all.
And it don't work still.
It still don't work.
Yeah.
But now we have a PB chair, which is the one your girl is sitting on. So y'all pray for her, because this chair don't work. When I get up, it goes all the way up, right? And when I sit down, it just goes all the way down. So it's a 2-speed. So we go up and we go down. There's no middle no more. Where before I used to adjust the chair and all of that. So now, when I get up, I got to be careful, because normally I'm really clumsy. If y'all don't. I don't know.
You have no idea.
And
I pray for her daily. Like when I leave the house, I legit pray, Lord, cover this home, because she's in it. Like no, really. It's only by the grace of God that the house is still standing. For real.
I'm really clumsy.
Only by
like a couple weeks ago, I burnt my stomach. Yeah, I was Francis. Yeah. Anyway, burnt my stomach. So that's just another whole story. But I know that the chair doesn't work, right? But I still get up and don't realize that I'm really close to the table. So when I get up, the chair goes all the way up, knocks over the table, everything that's on the table just go. Yeah, so y'all just pray for your girl. So if I'm looking a little low, it's because my chair is a 2-speed.
2-speed. Listen, fam, progressively becoming on Tuesdays. We started February 22nd, 2022. 22. Progressively becoming was to help people, was to help you, was to help us.
Right.
Discover the intention behind our existence. Overall, when we started PB, it was our goal, our prayer. It was almost our mandate, that we would help individuals become the person that God had intended for them to become, and to live out the intentions for their lives. To that end, our prayer has always been to bring relevant topics to you guys, that we can discuss, add value to your life, and with the prayer is that we each Tuesday become just a little more like Jesus Christ.
Right.
It is our intention always for you not to think like we think. It is, however, our intention for you to think.
Yes.
We present controversy. My mom told me that we go to the edge, and right before we fall off, we pull it back in. That's our intention. We want you to think, and us to raise questions and ideas that perhaps the world, the church, those in religious spaces just don't want to talk about. That's our intentions. But we do want you to think. So as we approach these conversations going forward, have an open mind,
right.
Not only about life, but have an open mind about God. He perhaps is bigger than you think you than we think he is. And that's our intentions. So I think we have something to do because we've been away for so long, but we want to remind you, what is it that we do?
Right. So before we even get started, we're going to just take a quick look back at some of our conversations.
What happens in that is comfortability is we stay in that because it's what's familiar to us.
Yeah.
It's what's safe for us. It's what's the least amount of risk. So a lot of times we settle in that because that's what we're used to. Mm-hmm. We don't want to mess with that, comfortable feeling, that safe place. And we don't step out and we stay in the background because of it.
Yeah.
And that prevents us from moving forward.
So
it can prevent you from, going for a particular job or going for a particular career or getting out of a particular relationship because your fear of being alone, your fear that it won't work out, you're fearing that, you won't get the job, but what if you do?
Yeah.
What if you leave and it works out good? What if it, is the best thing that ever happened to you, So we don't think about those things.
Yeah.
So all of that is to say, don't allow fear to cripple you where it prevents you from living.
Yeah, that if you want to start your own business and that's been something that you've been thinking about, like becoming your own boss and going into this entrepreneurship arena, go for it. Reasons for settling and what's uncomfortable would be what? Like, why do we settle in what's comfortable? Why do we, and again, the word is settle, right? One of my favorite preachers says this, and I want to share it with you. He says, God will let you live on whatever level you settle for.
That's true.
If you settle for a stagnant, stuck existence, God will let you live on whatever level you settle for. Question is, why are we settling on those levels when clearly God is calling us high? He's calling us out of the fog. Right? So he's calling you out of the fog into moments of clarity. Why do we feel so comfortable in foggy places?
It's the fear of failure. Just the fact that I'm no longer going to be here, that I had a really good fear of that. And what was happening was that fear was stopping me from living because I was just so afraid of that I'm going to die.
Yeah.
That something's going to happen to me. I'm going to get this. I'm going to get that.
Well,
yeah.
I remember that conversation.
I remember that convo too.
That was like in the beginning times of PB.
Very beginning.
Y'all heard Jamel. Y'all know he said, fog is one word. One syllable. He made it two words. Fog. And again, we iterate this, come out of the fog. That conversation I think was geared around us settling. And so as we relaunch, becoming clearer, as we relaunch, family, we want to go back to conversations like that, right? To help you become the person that God has intended for you to become. We'll laugh, we'll joke, we'll cut it up, we'll talk about people because I know y'all love talking about people. Yeah, I know y'all like that. For real. And I know you all was like wondering like what was going on with PB because we said we was going to come back in January and that didn't work out. And y'all was wondering, was it coming back? Are they coming back on? People was hitting us up. Hey, what's going on? Is PB coming on? What you doing? But we are back now. But PB is going to look a little different going forward. So we will be on now every first Tuesdays of the month.
Absolutely.
And the format will just combine the shows that you love. So we'll still have like the taboo topics, we'll do the hot topics, and of course we'll have our motivational Christ-centered conversations, but it's all going to be done all in that one Tuesday evening.
Yeah, one Tuesday of fun. So
yes,
we probably will go over an hour, and hopefully that's all right. Y'all been telling us that we should kind of extend it somewhat. And so combining taboo, hot topics, and our motivational conversational series, I think would be a joy. Do you guys remember when we rebranded last year sometime? And we was Progressively Becoming, and we rebranded to Progressively Becoming Studios because we had a vision that we would create content and allow others on this platform to create content of their own, to become a studio, right? And all of the content that will be on this platform will all be geared around the core values of Progressively Becoming Studios. And so Progressively Becoming Conversations is on Tuesdays, but the bigger brand is Progressively Becoming Studios. Out of this studio comes all of our podcasts. Out of this studio, honestly, fam, comes the Place of Exchange worship center, right? Or what rather, the Sunday Exchange on Sunday mornings, right? All of this comes out of Progressively Becoming Studios.
Exactly. And y'all know, like, anytime that we went away and
once a month, but hold on.
Yes.
Holy.
Well, look, we have some really exciting news to share with y'all. So y'all remember anytime like we went away or we went on vacation, we handed the reins of PB over to two people that we trust the most.
Absolutely.
With this platform to carry it on. And to say they did an amazing job was an understatement.
Yeah.
So they were so good that even most of you wanted to see them a little bit more often.
Yeah.
So we have some breaking news.
Hold on.
We have added our first show to PB Studios. So get ready because the takeover with Ty and Cassie is going down every last Tuesday right here, 7 p.m. sharp. So we're going to be on the first Tuesday and they will be on the last Tuesday of every month.
And if you don't remember the takeover with Ty and Cassie, here's a little tidbit about what you can expect from them.
I can't have a friend who gets mad if we're not talking every single day. Like, I have a life, I have kids, I have a job, I have a husband, I have a home that I gotta maintain. I got me that I gotta take care of. And so if you're not someone who's understanding of all those things and you find a way to make it personal, then it's gonna be really hard for me to be able to manage a friendship with you because I don't have the capacity. And I'm not saying I'm not a good friend, but what I need is some type of like understanding that we're human, we go through things, and I might need space myself. Like, why are you lying? Like, that's a turn off. And it's like, if you're gonna lie about the little things, I don't even want to be around.
A tree is compassion. I think the ability to empathize, sympathize with someone who is going through something, experiencing some type of turmoil or some type of adversity, to show some compassion and for it to be sincere. And that's pretty self-explanatory. That's easy. We all have friends who we go to when necessary to vent or whatever the case may be. On the flip side of that, the trick is they always make it about themselves.
Wait, I knew you were gonna say that. That was a complete opposite. Yes.
Like you telling someone something. Oh, hey, my coworker today. I'm like, yes. Oh my God, that happened to me earlier this afternoon. Can I get this off my chest first?
Yeah. I'm like,
can I talk?
Oh my God, my
can
head
I explain?
Yeah,
my head.
Yeah, I didn't sleep last night. No, what about me? Like, let me tell about me. Feel bad for me. And not that you want the pity, but sometimes it's like, empathize with me. So
I put the kids had a rough night. Oh my God, yes, my kids did that last night.
Or like, I remember those days. Like, come on, let me get up.
Just listen. Sometimes all you gotta do is listen to what a person is saying when they vent to you, and just make sure that we got the TV right there.
Okay. I think here we are.
Just make sure that you have that ear, because sometimes people just want to have you listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need you to weigh in.
They want to be validated.
Yeah, we don't need your commentary, whether it's you talking from experience or you giving advice. Yes, that will be needed. Cool. I get offended when people offer you a mint just because they might be trying to tell you subtly that your breath is stinking.
No, someone told me, "Oh, you want one?" If they take one and then they offer me, then I'm not offended. But if they just come in, like, you see them rummaging in their bag and they're like, and I'm gonna be like, wait, what are you trying to say? And I always make it a joke whether my breast stinks or not. But
Do y'all get offended when people offer you a mint just because they might be trying to tell you subtly that your breath is stinking?
no, it's none of your business. You just made it my business. Oh, you know what I don't like? This has nothing to do with Halloween or anything. But people who their whole pregnancy, they'll post the sonograms, they'll post the baby bumps, they'll post X, Y, and Z, the little nursery. They got everything going on. Baby's born, and for weeks and weeks and weeks, they have pictures of baby, but they're covering the face.
Maybe they think their baby's ugly.
Is it that, or because you think you Hollywood and like we about to sell your picture for millions of dollars?
Oh, please.
Because I've seen people do that, and it's like, why are you covering the face? Like, I was here for the whole pregnancy. Why are you shutting me out now? I need to. I don't know. I need to be part of the
They're
process.
just
People also have really
complaining.
hard lives though, and they
Yeah,
can't
but
get
you
out of
need to
that
become.
rut.
I had a coworker actually.
Oh, I remember this coworker.
Yo, this person, like you ask someone, oh, how you like just in passing, how you doing? The answer to that is always good. And you, that's the
Yeah,
answer.
yeah.
100% of the time.
Even if you're going through it, some
they're
people
just
also just have
complaining.
really hard.
Look, so I hope y'all are excited for what's happening here. So
The takeover.
So it's
Wow.
coming, it's going down.
I
so
love it. I love it.
I know y'all won't see us every Tuesday like before,
love it.
but y'all will see us, and then y'all also gonna see Ty and Cassie. So
I love it.
it's
I
gonna be
love
good. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all. Y'all excited? Y'all feel better now? Because I see some of y'all was mad about.
Anybody ever offer you a mint? And it's just like, please take the mint.
No, I never had that happen because
That's
personally,
crazy.
I
love it.
know when you should know when your breath is hot. Like you get that hot, especially when you hungry or something. You get that hot, hungry breath, and you just go like, and be like,
You know your breath stink.
you gotta know your breath stink.
I am excited about the takeover with Ty and Cass. Speaking of Ty and Cass, Ty is celebrating a birthday today.
Yes, his
And
birthday
so
is
can
today,
you just
y'all.
shout out Ty Butler? Come on, let's shout him out wherever he is. Happy birthday. We pray God's best over your life and many, many more as you enter into this new season of your existence. I pray that this year, as I told you earlier, I pray that this year makes the wait worth it. This is the year that's going to make the wait worth it. And so I'm excited about the takeover.
Yeah, so make sure, please, y'all. We've been off for a while, so make sure y'all getting the word out that PB is back in effect and it's going out. And how it happens is that this is the last Tuesday, right? And then the first Tuesday is coming, so y'all actually get to see us next week.
I get to see us back to back
so,
weeks, right? And so tonight, this is what we're going to do because we're not going to be long, but we do want to give you a little taste of what you can expect in this upcoming season of Progressively Becoming Studio. So some of y'all may have been wondering what's going on with them. We it's like as Lou was just put in the comments, like we was there one week, and then we like we was that boyfriend or girlfriend that was like, I want to break up with them, but I just don't know how, and so they ghosted us. Instead, but we didn't want to break up with you.
Nah.
What we wanted to do was break up the busyness of our lives. All right. So since we launched Progressively Becoming Studios, no brag, but God has been so gracious towards us. Right. The doors he's opened, the things that he has allowed us to experience, and the work that he has called us to, between PB, between the Place of Exchange Worship Center, between the Place of Exchange Community Resource Center, right? It has been so much between working and just life.
Yeah, we got morning devotions. We had 15 at 6. We had conversations with God. We had DU. You know, and not for nothing, we love all of it. We do.
Love it.
We love it.
Love it. Yeah.
But in all things, it was becoming a lot to balance.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was a lot to back.
No, so look, this was the schedule, right? And I know some of y'all got like hectic schedules, right? And so, like the first day of the week is Sunday,
Right.
like the Sunday exchange, the production, the work, the study, the prep time that went in that literally takes
Saturday.
hours,
Yeah,
right? So that was Sunday, and then
that actually started Saturday.
yeah, right.
Saturday to Sunday.
That starts throughout the week,
Right.
prepping for Sunday.
Right.
And then Monday was like our recovery time, but not really because we got to think about Tuesday.
Right.
Tuesday was PB, and then Wednesday was just like, okay, kind of recovery, but not recovery because then we got to think about the next day, Thursday, which is morning devotions.
Right.
And then Friday came along, which is 15 at 6, and then we got to think about like 15 at 6, and then prep for Sunday, and Sunday was Sunday exchange and conversations with God.
Right.
And at one point, we was like, I don't have another brain cell to spare. I got no more brain left. And so with wisdom, can somebody put in the comments wisdom?
Yes.
Come on,
Yes.
put
yes,
it in the
yes.
comments. Wisdom. With wisdom, this is what we did.
Right.
We disconnected
Right.
for the purposes of reconnecting.
Right.
I don't want to make this sound churchy,
Mm-hmm.
but can you throw it in the comments? Disconnect to reconnect.
Disconnect to reconnect.
I'm disconnecting so that I can reconnect,
Right.
so that we can continue effectively
Effectively, right.
on the path of progressively becoming
Right.
and get back to what God has called us to do.
Right. And your girl, not for nothing. What you don't want to happen is just to get like in that burnt out state, because then you get in a burnt out state, and then that, enables you to lose your passion for the things that you're doing. So, we definitely didn't want that to happen because we love what we do. We love what God has blessed us to do.
If we're honest, we tapped into.
Oh, I was there.
I
was there, y'all.
If we're honest,
I was teetering on the edge.
we tapped into burnout. The sheer level of responsibility and mental weight had us on the border of like burnt out. Louis says, good to know because we thought somebody said it. You said something. You did something. Because we thought we was gonna have to put on a sweatshirt to get at somebody.
Look, I got my sneakers and my Vaseline ready at any time. No, I'm just kidding.
Nah, yeah. We had to disconnect to reconnect, and this is what we did. During this process, we reconnected to purpose.
Right.
And we're saying this, and perhaps you may resonate with us. And here's something that may help you. Right.
Mm-hmm.
We are all busy.
Right.
Right. And in the busyness of our lives, what we don't want to forget is the purpose of the life.
The purpose, right.
Again, in the busyness of our lives, we don't want to get the purpose of our life.
Right.
And that's so easy to do where you become robotic.
Right.
Right. You wake up, you go to work.
That's right.
You go home, you cook dinner, you wash your clothes, you do your chores, you put the kids to bed if you have children, you go to sleep, you wake up, you do it all over again. And you find yourself being robotic when it comes to your life, and you're not living on purpose. Watch this. You're not living on purpose. You're not living intentionally. You are living out of what's familiar, and what's comfortable, and what's safe.
And then that's like, when you do that, there's no thought process to it.
Absolutely.
It's just automatic. I wake up, thanks God, I wake up, take a shower, do all my little stuff, go to work, eat my lunch, do my work, come home, make dinner, take a shower, do whatever it is you do at night, go to bed, and then it's just like automatic. There's no thought process behind it.
Yeah.
I don't gotta think to wake up to take a shower.
No.
That's just, I'm going.
Yeah.
I make up the bed. It's true. Like, you have a routine. You make up the bed. You go in the shower. You do your routine, and then everything after that, it's just no thought process to it.
Yeah, I was talking to a friend of ours in North Carolina.
That's right, Kamusha. Mundane.
What happened? Mundane. That's the word, sis. Yeah. I was talking to a friend of ours in North Carolina, and we was at dinner, and he mentioned, and we just started talking about just like living a mundane life, like living without any intentional thought. And again, you can live without intentional thought. You can raise your children without intentional thought. You can worship God without intentional thought. Right? It could be some old stale praise and worship. No thought to it at all. when the Bible said it is with the mind that we serve the Lord, right? We can live our life with no thought. And so we were talking to our friends, and I remember he talked about doing something different every day. Right? Here's the kicker. Right? So he talked about doing something different every day, and I kid you not, I went to the bathroom. We was at the restaurant. We go to this restaurant probably 3 times a month, something like that. Yard House, right?
Okay.
Those of you that hang out with us, y'all been to Yard House, right? So he talked about if they come to Jersey, we taking you to Yard House, right? And so he talked about doing something different every day. So I went to the bathroom, and
I remember this.
Maybe TMI, but who cares, right? Again, we going to the edge, right? And so I go to the bathroom, and when I go to the bathroom in this restaurant, I always go to one particular store. I go to one particular store. I don't deviate. I go to one particular store, right? And so I get in the bathroom. I'm like, you know something? I'm gonna do something different.
Do something different.
I'm gonna go to a different store. And it was oddly, it was refreshing. Because I was intentional about doing something different. Yeah.
And it's like, I did the same thing. That's a funny thing. At the same restaurant. But anywho. But yeah, just something a little different. Like my sis, she always like send us a like inspirational stuff throughout the day, and she'll always end it like have an amazing day on purpose.
Yeah.
Like,
wow.
and to me that means I'm gonna do something in that day to make sure that it's different from the day before, and it brings some type of joy to my day.
Yeah.
So, you know, I appreciate those, but yeah, I think I did the same thing. I don't know if it was the same night, but I used to go to a Pacific Soul in the restaurant, but I try to go somewhere different.
And so now every time I go to that restaurant, I'm like, it's 4 stores in there. I'm like, you know something? I'm gonna choose that one today. You know, next time I'm gonna choose that one. You know, it's like, you know, mix it up a little bit, right? And so that's our challenge to you. Like, one of the ways we live intentionally is by intentionally living our life and doing something intentionally different and new every single day of your life. Perhaps you take public transportation and you walk it the same way every day. Every day, choose a different route. You know, whether you're walking or you're driving, like choose a different route. You know, perhaps, you know, you go on the same elevator to work. Go on another elevator. Take the stairs, right? And make the intention that I'm gonna do something different. Perhaps you go to church and you worship, you know, in the same familiar way.
Or you sit in the same seat.
Or you sit in this. Please don't talk about people in their church seat.
But it's true, like, you know.
Kendra said, that's why I changed my wigs. Sis, change the
Look,
wig
y'all
up.
see, I change my hair all the time. Like, y'all know how we do. Kendra, sis, you already know. Like, I change it up. It's like I remember people used to ask me, well, why you just don't, you know, why don't you just get dreads? I think you'll look nice. Because I like to change my hair up too much. Sometimes I want my regular hair twisted short. Sometimes I want a long hair down my back. Yes, I like to be different sometimes. I want to look a little different.
You look at them and be like, who is that? I think that's Kendra. Nah, I ain't Kendra. Kendra had short hair last week. Well, today she got long hair. You know,
right.
Change it. Be intentional about becoming different, and you'll be surprised. The change that you have will bring you to a level of exposure that you had not been exposed to before. And one of the ways, here it is for our note takers, one of the ways that you change your life is by exposure.
Callie said that's why I be having mood swings. Gotta switch it up. I can't.
Switch it up. Lydia, I definitely said in the same boat. I'm afraid to sit on the other one. I tell you, change it
because
up.
You know, we so used to it. Like when we was, you know, every Sunday in church. We used to go to the same spot, same chair, same area. It's like, because if you sit somewhere else, you feel uncomfortable, you feel different. But switch that thing up sometimes.
Switch it up. Like, baby, that ain't your seat.
That ain't your seat. Like, how many times people used to come in, have a visitor, and they sit in your seat. You give them the side eye up. But I sit there.
That ain't your seat.
It's
the Lord's chair.
Get up. Get
It's
up.
the Lord's cheer.
But when you think about it, you don't realize how like robotic you are.
Robotic. That's
It's
the
like,
word. That's
Even
the word.
for
Yeah,
me, like when
that's
I'm
the
going to work, I go the same exact route. Like when Jamel take places, he try to go different. Me, I don't go the different route because I don't want to get lost. So it's like, especially out here where we live at, route this, highway. I need street signs.
South,
So
north,
once I
yeah.
know how to get somewhere, that's my route. I'm going. Pray no detour happen because your girl gonna be lost. But I realize that sometime when I'm driving to work, and you know how you may zone out. You don't even be paying attention, but
That's it.
you still on the same route because you so familiar with it.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay. But I didn't deviate. I didn't
Yeah.
swerve. I'm paying attention, but I'm not.
You don't realize you being robotic until it's time for you to make a change. And then it hits you. Well, wait a minute. I'm at my exit already.
But yeah, we have GPS coming. But since I know my route, I don't need GPS. But that happened to me one time. I was going to work. No lie, it was some accident or something, and it was a whole detour. And it's like me. I'm the type. I'm not trying to. I'm driving on a highway, and I can't pull up my GPS at that moment. So it's like I'm turned around now, and I kid you not, like I'm around and around in a circle trying to get like where I'm ending up back at the same intersection where the accident keep happening because I don't know that. But anyway, lo and behold, I made it. But
Living with intention allows a level of exposure to hit your life. Exposure changes you. Once you are exposed, you cannot be unexposed. Right? Perhaps sitting in a different seat on a Sunday morning may allow you to meet somebody else, or may allow you to hear the word, perhaps not only from a different physical vantage point, but perhaps, dare I say, from a different spiritual vantage point. Right? I've almost seen fights in church. Right? Yeah, we laugh about this, but some of y'all are so stuck to a seat. You don't sit in my seat.
You get the side eye.
Like, nigga sit. I'm sorry. Nigga sitting in my seat.
Now for them older mothers, you gonna be sitting in their seat. You getting up.
I'm sitting in my seat. You know what I'm saying?
You getting up. You getting
So-
up out my seat. That's
so-
so-and-so seat.
So we disconnected to reconnect. Again, disconnect to reconnect so we can reconnect to purpose.
Right.
And as we did this, we found the benefits of living a balanced life.
Ooh. Yeah, I remember we had that conversation back sometime just about, trying to find balance in your life.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it could be hard to try to figure out. Like there was times me and Jamel sat down, we put together schedules. We gonna do this on this day. We gonna do this on that day. And it all went to H-E-double hockey. It all went to
And what the hell? Say the word.
That's not the word I was thinking, but that's the word that I'm gonna say. It all went to hell. But it's just like you have to find a balance because it will run you ragged and run you into the ground.
Ethan said that's the truth about a seat in church. I'm telling you, don't sit in the seat that don't belong to you. Don't do it. But so on this Sunday, those of you that go to in person on
They
this
gonna
Sunday,
sit in the same seat.
on this Sunday, I urge you to sit in a different seat. And my prayer is that something changed as a result of it,
They
right?
ain't gonna do it.
So we disconnected to reconnect so we can find purpose. We disconnected to reconnect so we can find balance in our lives because, as my wife said, we put together a schedule, we put together a calendar, and as we're putting together the schedule and the calendar, we're not taking into the consideration that we don't have additional time to put in the calendar,
Right.
right?
That is the truth. We needed more hours to cover what was happening. Because not only we had that, we still have work.
Absolutely.
We still have work.
Yeah.
We still got.
We have each other.
Yeah, and
You
it's
know?
like not for nothing. I was getting lost in there. I'm gonna tell you,
it's true.
it was. We
Come
try to
on.
be transparent here.
Come on. Let's
It
go.
is.
It was.
We keeps it real.
It was.
And we was getting lost because it was the
was.
busyness of all the other stuff
It
we
was.
had
Yeah.
to do, and we were getting lost in
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And that was the conversation that we had to have.
Yeah.
Like, we have got to find a better balance because we can't let all of that stuff consume, because we've done that before.
We've done it.
We've been there, we've done that, where
yeah.
we had other things happening in our lives that consumed us, and it had us neglect each other and ourselves, and even like, you know, things in our family, and you know,
it was happening, and I think it hit me when we went on vacation, and she said these words to me. She said three words that I remember to this day. She said, "I need you." And it's just like, wait a minute, I'm here. And she was like, no, I need you. Right? And here's what's crazy. You can be doing what God tells you to do and still neglect other areas of your life. And for some of you, be like, oh, there's no way that you could be doing what God tells you to do and other areas of your life be neglected. Read your Bibles.
hello.
Look at Moses. God had told Moses, listen, take my people, lead them out of the Egypt into the promised land. Moses was doing what God told him to do. And it wasn't until his father-in-law was like, son, come over here. What you're doing is not well.
Right.
And it's just like, wait a minute. Well, what's not well? Is it me doing what God told me to do? Or perhaps is it me in the way I'm doing what God tells me to do? Right? And so a lot of times we do what God tells us to do, but then we don't seek his direction on how we should do what God is telling us to do. And that goes into spiritual disciplines, right?
Right.
And we stress that. Finding rest, finding solace, finding some time to get away.
Right.
This will be here.
Right.
I'm going to say something, and this may sound so offensive. Please. Church will be there when you get back. Can I say that again? Your church will be there when you get back. And your priority of family should always come first. Oh no, God is first. No. God is not first. God is not first. God is at the center. And when he's at the center, like the sun, it has a gravitational force. Everything around it falls in line when he's at the center. Right? And so we have to live our lives with God being center.
Right.
Everything around him, our life, our children, our relationships, our money, our finances, our churches, our jobs, everything revolves around God. And when that happens, he maneuvers it in a way where they don't collide with each other. God is centered. And so your church will be there when you get back. Take a vacation, get away, have some fun. Your absence does not mean that you don't have faith in God. What it means is that you have so much faith in God, your faith sustains you even when you're not in physical buildings.
Yeah. And sometimes, like, when we say, take a vacation, some people may not be able to, go out of the country or go, taking a vacation to me is just disconnecting, whatever that looks like. Absolutely. Where you're just not participating in that activity or whatever it is that you're doing.
Absolutely.
So, just keep that in mind. If you can visit somebody for a few days, just get out of where you are.
Absolutely.
Is helpful.
Absolutely.
And it just helps to keep you refreshed and motivated to what's to come ahead.
Yeah.
It's like we had to find that balance, because we know that things that we have planned coming up, the visions that we have for like the ministry, it's gonna require
time.
Time is gonna require us to be not exhausted.
Time.
And your girl was exhausted.
Yeah.
I
She was beat.
I was
All right, but we're back and we look different, and so hopefully you will continue to rock with us again on the first and last.
Yes,
Tuesdays,
first and last
Tuesdays of every month. And so listen, there we go. Sister Carter, go to the Poconos.
Uh-oh, you know what they do in the Poconos.
Sister Carter is saved, okay? Sister Carter is saved. She lived for Jesus.
They do with the Poconos. I guess we married, so it's okay.
Yeah, I stay out that cold Pocono, okay?
For the Glencoe.
Listen, can I say this? Can I say this? We was looking at the Poconos for another couple, right? And in the Poconos, they got this one resort where it's like heart-shaped bathtubs and like champagne flute bathtubs. And I'm like, I ain't going in no heart-shaped champagne bathtub. Like, do you know the nasty mint that happens? Do you know the nasty mint that is happening in them heart-shaped flutes?
My godfather, my late godfather, rest his soul, his name was Ron Grant. I can't say what he used to call the Poconos, but those of you that know him, and if he said it to you like Kamisha and my mom, and he used to call the Poconos something. I tell you, I can't say it, but I just thought of it in my head. So yeah. Anyway,
the goddess of my sister got a timeshare, okay? Ain't no nasty man going over here. Hold yourself.
Hold on.
So
but anyway,
nasty men. Stay out of the nasty men. Okay.
Look, the Poconos is the Poconos. You can do a lot of things with the Poconos. It's not just for couples. The Poconos is for lovers, but it's not just for couples. I've never been, but I do want to go.
It's the same thing like when we go to hotels, and it's just like, I know what somebody did in this bed last night. Like, I don't want to sleep here.
Yo, we done got off track. Y'all know how we do. We done got off track. Let's rear us back, please. Rear.
Can you put in the comments nasty man? Okay.
Lord have mercy. Anyway, while we was on pause, we got the booties on. While we was on pause, y'all know we did. Yeah, skiing. Like, that's right, Carm. It's a lot of stuff going on.
It's a lot to do. You can ski, yes.
No, I'm just saying the Poconos is not just.
But they going to do.
Anyway, it's not just for that. You could go on retreats, they have cabins and stuff up there, go ski trips and everything like that.
He said
anyway. Yeah. So Poconos is just for that. Like, when we go like the OC, there's a lot to do. OC,
it's a lot. I agree with you. I agree with you, but I know what they did in that bed last night. Okay.
I ain't even want to know about that. But,
all right, listen, we gotta move. So Carter said we take our sisters going. She like make the record let the record reflect. We gotta move. Listen, go ahead.
I don't know what we're talking about.
We talk about nasty.
My eyes done got dizzy, cross-eyed. Y'all. Anyway, while we was on pause, we did keep up to date on some of the hot topics that was trending. We have got to get back on. So we did keep up to date on some of the hot topics that was trending. I don't know. Wait, get yourself together.
I'm good.
I don't know if y'all heard, if y'all saw. It was like it was New Year's Eve. And more or less, it was showing a pastor bringing the club to the church, to his church. Or did he? That is the question. Yes, that is. He got that belly laugh going on. I'm gonna let him get his
No.
laugh.
I'm good. Carry on. We have to gain our composure. I'm sorry. I just thought about that heart-shaped flute. But go ahead. I'm good.
Swag surfing. Yeah. So
swag surfing. Yeah.
So it was a top. It was trending heavily, especially throughout the the church. Was he bringing the club to the church? So we're gonna just show a little clip of that.
And we're almost out of here, fam.
We're going talk about a little bit.
See what happens. Wait, what is this? This is Hot Topics.
Hot Topics.
This is Hot Topics.
on, look at him again. So you got to work the prophecy. You got to work. This year, you got to stand up. You got to walk it out. That's how we going out of here tonight. Look at your neighbor and say, walk it out. They trying to act like they don't know what you're referring to. Look at them and tell them, walk it out.
Hey, now walk it out. 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 DJ Montana trap. Walk it out. DJ Southside walk it out. We ain't walk it out. Northside walk it out. Here we go. Now walk it out. 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 Now Westside walk it out. Southside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Northside walk it out. Hey, bend your back low. She do it with no hands. Now stop, pop and roll. I'm smoking bubble.
Y'all keep it sanctified. I need you to walk it out. Come on.
Everybody leaning. I make the crowd rock. Now go and walk it out. I see they on my job. She want that bubble. It's they double me. So I know that all. I know that all.
Y'all too saved for me. Do me a favor, put your hand around your neighbor's shoulder. Tell them we're going to walk it out together this time. Are y'all ready? Where y'all at?
We inside walk it out. Northside walk it out. Here we go. Now walk it out. 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 Now walk it out.
Put your hand around your neighbor's shoulder. We're going to walk it out together.
Southside walk it out. Eastside walk it out. Northside walk it out. Now hit the dance floor. Hey, bend your back low.
So that was Bishop William Murphy on his New Year's Eve celebration. And when this hit the social media streets, it went completely rival.
Right.
And so this is the question I have for you guys. Was it too much for church? Is it too secular for church? Is it just too much? Should this be allowed in church? Was he in error? What do you guys think?
Yeah, what y'all think?
Okay, this one rival, and you had Bishop Sheard. He indirectly responded to it. CeCe Winans indirectly responded to it. Deidre Cadden responded to it. He wasn't indirect. He responded to it. And so many prominent preachers, they responded to it as well. So what do y'all say?
Do you all think it's too much for church? You think did he go too far?
Did he go too far? Yeah. So Sister Carter said, he said, let's keep it sanctified. All right. What do you think?
Well,
Was it too much? Now, mind you, the whole premise of his sermon was geared around, again, they was coming out of one year and entering into another year, right? And so that was the premise of his sermon, walking out challenges, walking out obstacles, and walking into this new year. So he called it a leap year, right? And so, what do you think?
I mean, I think the part of the chorus where it's saying like walk it out, just that part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually fine with that.
Okay.
I think the only problem I had with it was when it went back into the actual lyrics of the song. And even though certain words was bleeped out, upon looking at the lyrics of the song, some of the words to it is derogatory. So that's the part I had a problem with. And, if it ties it, I mean, he knows his congregation, I think. He knows the people that he's assigned to. And, who am I to say you wrong? I just think some of it was just a little too much as far as the words. Like, if it was just the walk it out part for me, just walk it out, I would have been fine with that.
So everything was fine, but it was the actual lyrics Was it that the lyrics were sad? Because even if it was an instrumental, like most of us
Yeah,
know,
probably 'cause it's
most of
sad.
us know the words. You know, so it's like we still would have said the words. So Callie said, I see what he was trying to do. But it was a little much because those lyrics at that point, for example, when he refers to the girl backing it up, is like, yikes. I see pastors using secular music for their messages, and it's definitely powerful. I think taken out of context, it could be like, whoa. But I didn't see the whole thing. Can't really judge, but just based on what it was kind of a lot. Like that one on a little too long, and and he ain't have to do 2 verses. Absolutely. Savage says, I think with the change of times, it fits with the younger generation. The song choice was not ideal for church, but the best part was Walk It Out. Everything else did not have to be used.
That's what I was saying.
God has said, this is the new generation. You've got to change. Yeah.
I think the Walk It Out, I think the lyrics, even if you would have went instrumental with that, then we're not playing it, because like I said, some of the words to that is very derogatory. And even if you bleep it out, you know what the word, even if you don't know the song and you hear the lyrics and you hear the part that bleep, you could figure out what that part is. Because that's what happened to me. And then when I pulled it up, it was actually what I thought the word was. So I think that's what it was for me.
Yeah,
what say you?
I could definitely see both sides of the picture, and I agree with you completely. I think the space he was in, I think the wording was to say those words in church. Like I think there needs to be some type of distinction, right? So, or should I say respect? Right. I understand you may be completely disrespectful outside, but I think the church environment should be that one place where it's like, you know something, I'm not going to curse here. I'm not going to smoke outside. I'm not going to, listen, nowadays, people have no regard. Like, we go to church funerals and you walk outside and it's just like, I got a contact going to my car.
Sure.
Right? Like, they don't have any respect anymore. Right? Besides the actual saying of the lyrics itself, I absolutely love this. I loved it because Bishop Murphy knows his audience. And if I have to, again, what he did, is he going to hell? Absolutely not. Right? And a lot of the people that was saying things about him was putting him in hell, when it's just like, hell ain't got nothing to hell has nothing to do with, I'll say it and then we can explain later, but hell has nothing to do with what you do. Hell has to do with what you believe in your heart and what you confess, right? We can talk about that later, but I absolutely loved it. The lyrics, not a great choice, but to his audience, go for it. Go for it. He knows who his audience is for. During the summertime, we did a whole, summer soundtrack series.
Yeah, but you can't compare that.
Yeah, but I understand what he was doing though.
Right, I understand it as well.
And it was effective.
It was.
It was effective. He's not trying to reach an older generation. He's not trying to reach a churched generation. He's trying to reach the unchurched.
Sister Bullock. Oh Jesus! Said the dancing was too much.
Yeah, I get it. Like, what's that thing? Like everybody has different taste, and the older, not in age, but the older church generation, not in age, right? But those that been in church longer, probably would say, hey, something, this is too much, but yeah. Bev still said, I lived up in church. Kirk Franklin does it all the time. Kirk Franklin is on another level.
He be gyrating.
Kirk.
He gyrating.
When I saw Kirk gyrating on,
Gyrating.
what's her name? Lady Sheard? When he was like dancing on Lady Sheard, I said, oh, Kirk went too far. Kirk got his shirt. Kirk out here looking like Smokey Robinson.
Oh, no, don't talk about Smokey. Smokey was twerking. Anyway. And I think for me, like the dancing with the walk it out, it didn't really bother me because I didn't see anybody like just going like way to the left. Because that walk it out is pretty much just stepping and, you know, however you do it. But I didn't find that to be like distasteful.
Yeah. But I can
From what I
understand
could
how an older church generation,
Yeah.
not in age, right, could see how there is just certain things you just don't do in church.
Right. No, I get it.
Yeah. But again, that's why I think it's so many churches out here, right? You
Yeah.
pick which one best suits you and best caters to what you need. And I think that's can I say this? Is that not the joy of God? Is that there's so much diversity? And there's a lot of diversity in the expression of worship.
Right.
So yeah. Kirk trying to be the usher. No, Kirk is the usher of gospel. Kirk has pray for Kirk. Sometimes Kirk
Pushing the envelope.
push the envelope.
I seen Kirk gyrating. I'm like, what in the world?
Listen,
He right,
Kirk
he
out here looking like Smokey
He
Robinson.
look like Smokey. Y'all see that clip of Smokey? He on the whole red leather outfit. I think it was last year sometime. He had a concert. Smokey like 85
Yeah.
with his shirt open and
Yeah.
he was doing the little job with
Smoke
Smokey.
was giving it to the people.
I said, don't hurt nobody, Smokey. Y'all look that up. He had on a red leather. Y'all got to see that thing. It was hilarious. But anyway.
Carmen said people have an idea of what church is supposed to be, and when it's not, it's frowned upon. That's a powerful statement.
Kirk in 70?
That's a powerful statement. Avarice said, you're not going to appease every audience. And again, which is go to where, suits you. That's it. But don't down or judge other people that may be doing it differently. Jesus comes on the scene and he's completely labeled as a rebel because he's doing things that traditionally was not supposed to be done. Dare I say, people thought he was breaking laws. But he came with a message that propels us into the next dispensation of grace, right? And so what may look different to you may not be sinful. It just may not be, as Carmen said, it may not be your taste.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Smoke was giving it to people
Yes,
when he
Smoke-
stuck his tongue out.
It just didn't look right.
If you haven't watched
I
the
love
video,
Smokey Robinson.
Yeah.
I do, but that just did not. That just like.
Smokey had on a silk
No, he had
Shirt.
on red. He had on a silk shirt with some
Shirt.
red hot leather red pants.
hot pants.
He
Yeah.
wrong for that.
So that's our hot topics. Listen, we going to do a
Oh,
quick-
that's a good one. Challenge
tumble.
boundaries. You'll be surprised who you can say. Well,
I love it. Yeah, I love that. Challenge boundaries. You'll be surprised who you can say. Yeah. Again, it's stepping out. Different doesn't mean sinful.
Right.
Stop putting people in hell.
Whatever needs to be changed, let God do that.
Say it again.
And whatever needs to be changed in that person, let God do that.
All you do is pray, and that's it. And then I hear people, oh no, we got to defend the faith. There was nothing that went against the faith there.
We had a lot of young people in
It
there.
just wasn't your taste.
It's bringing them to Christ.
Yeah.
You know, whatever need to be
Yeah.
changed, God to do it.
Got to do it.
Whatever don't, He won't.
Yeah. So again, fam, every Tuesday, the first Tuesday, this is our flow, right? We're going to do some motivational, some encouragement. We'll do a hot topics, and we'll do a quick taboo, which is what we're about to do now.
I like the little graphics and stuff you
All
got
right. So
going
what's the taboo?
All right. So this is the question. I want y'all to answer, y'all. Don't be scared. Y'all know how we do. Can you believe in Jesus Christ? So you believe that, Jesus Christ lived, he died, and he was resurrected for us. But doubt or do not believe when you die that you will live again. So in other words, you believe in Jesus Christ, but you think that once you die, that's it. And the taboo is that if you are feeling this way, you won't dare say it. So, question again. Can you believe in Jesus, but think that once you die, that's it?
So you believe in Christ, but you doubt the afterlife.
Right.
Yeah.
What say ye?
What do you think?
What do you think?
Callie said, no, I don't believe that. I think something comes after we die. Okay. But is it taboo to not believe or not be concrete in your belief that after I die, I go to heaven?
Because that could be why people have a fear of dying.
Yeah.
Because somewhere in you don't 100% believe that there's an afterlife.
Yeah. Like you believe in Jesus.
Right.
You believe in everything that he did. But after you die, that's when it gets really, really like foggy for you. And so I will say this. And again, you don't. So, Christ Butler said, I believe if you believe in Jesus Christ, death, burial, and resurrection, you believe in the words you spoke, and as a result, you would know what happens when you die. Keyword Christ should. So if you should believe, but if you don't, is it taboo to raise the question? Is it taboo to say, hey, I believe in Jesus, but that afterlife, I'm a little shaky on that? What do you think, guys?
They silent. They
ain't they quiet? The church got somebody sitting in their seat.
Hello, wall.
Somebody sitting in their seat. This is what I would say.
I think this is a great question.
This is what I would say. How many of you all have been to heaven? How many of you all have been to heaven? Just raise your hands. Okay. How many of you all have seen Jonah being swallowed by the whale? Raise your hands. How many of us have seen Daniel in the lion's den? Raise your hands. We ain't never seen it. We ain't never seen heaven. We've never seen hell. We've never seen Jonah. We've never seen Daniel, right? And so if we're honest enough with ourselves, right, there will always be a part in our flesh that wants to doubt. That's the reality of it. If there was nothing in ourselves that doubted, then there will be no need for faith in God because we would just believe. So there's always something in us that wants to doubt.
Right.
The key is your faith has to be stronger than your doubt.
That's it.
Right?
Yeah.
To say, I cannot 101% say that Daniel was in the lion's den because I ain't seen it with my eyes. But my faith is stronger than whatever doubt I have to say, you know something, I just believe he was there. Right? And so I think that's where this battle between faith and disbelief comes into play. What we got in the comments?
And it's just these are taboo because these are things that people probably dare not to bring up.
Callie said, I think there's a level of uncertainty and maybe lack of faith in knowing what happens. But to not want to admit it. I don't know why you wouldn't admit it if that's the way you feel. Averroes said depends on your faith. Muslims believe Jesus was a prophet. Doesn't mean there's an afterlife according to what you believe. Carmen said birds chirping. Birds is definitely chirping.
I cannot
Avarice said it
see.
depends on your faith. Again, and watch this. Not so much what you believe in, but it depends on the quality of your faith.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't never been to heaven before.
Right.
And so, can I say this and you guys not beat me up? Can I say this
Uh-oh.
and you guys not beat me up? Because again, you don't think what we think. Just think. I'll say this. I cannot tell you at this moment. I cannot tell you at this moment 101% that when you die, this is what happens. You know why? Because I ain't never died before. What I can tell you is what I believe. And what I believe is what I preach.
Right.
This is what I believe.
That's what it is.
But I cannot tell you 101% this is what happens when you die. I can tell you this is what I believe because I believe the man who said it.
Right. Right. Right.
And my belief, my faith is stronger, is more healthier than any ounce of doubt that I may want to have.
That's right.
And I think that's where we have to get to.
Right. That's right. I agree.
So if you feel that way, where you're uncertain about what happens after you die, that's okay. Because at the core, if we're honest, we all are.
Right. It's true. It's just, I mean, it's true.
We all
you gotta
are
be
uncertain about what happens when you die or what happens. Tell me.
Right.
What happens? Are you asleep? Do you know you're dead? Are you watching TV in heaven waiting on Jesus to like what happens when you die? We don't know because we ain't never been dead before.
But I think this is probably a lot of times you have people, that really has a fear of dying.
Yeah.
And you got to think about, like, at the core, like, what is the fear? Like, what is the fear?
Of the unknown.
Right. Exactly. Like Carmen said, she says the fear of the unknown.
Yeah. Kendra, only the dead know.
Yeah, because it's like we believe
Yes.
that this is, that we're going to live with. We believe that.
Yes.
But we don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
We ain't never died.
Yeah.
And came back and told about it.
Sure.
Like, somebody that died and came back and know what happened.
Yeah.
No, so we believe it, but it's like you get shunned because if you have that fear.
Yeah.
And I think that's the taboo, and people don't talk about
Yeah.
that. But there are people that's out there that believe in Jesus,
Correct.
but don't know if they believe in
Correct.
the afterlife.
Yeah. The word belief in and of itself suggests that there's an element of doubt. Again, the word belief in and of itself suggests
Yes,
that there's
come
an
on.
element of doubt.
Mhm.
There's a difference between believing and knowing. Job says, I believed you. I heard of you. But after he experienced what he experienced, he changes his tune. It's no longer I believed. It's I know you now. Because he had an experience. See, when we grew up, oh yeah, we believed that God was a healer. But when he healed my body, I know he a healer.
I know it.
I know he a healer.
Right.
We believe that God will make a way when there was no way to be made.
When
but
he
when
does
he
it.
did it, oh no, I know he a way maker.
Right.
I know he puts rivers in the desert, and I know he can do it for me. Right. And so your belief comes more concrete into a knowledge after you had an experience.
Right.
And we won't know completely until we've had the experience of death. Until then, we'll just believe.
That's right.
Thomas, Jesus is resurrected from the dead. Thomas comes to him, doesn't believe. Oh no way, this can't be God. Right? Put your hands in my put your hands in the hole. Like feel my hands. Like see me. He has an experience and then he knows.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Knowledge comes into play after your belief has had an experience. And so, yeah.
Wait, Callie said there are people who claim they died and went to heaven and came back. Oh, gee.
Who said that?
Callie.
And listen, if they did, Carmen said I would like to speak to them. Me too. I'm not saying it can't happen, but it hasn't happened to me. right? And so our lives, we preach, we teach, we give advice based on what we believe. Until that belief comes into our knowledge. Does it change our tune? Absolutely. But it makes more concrete a resolution within us.
Right.
You know? But I say, oh, you can't make me doubt him. I know too much about him. I know too much about him now.
Right. Right.
Because I've had an experience with him.
That's right.
And so, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The dead has a risk.
From the Color Purple. Oh, The Dead Animal. One of our favorite movies.
This was fun tonight.
Yeah.
This was fun. Welcome back.
Thank y'all for rocking with us. This was good. We missed y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah. So this is pretty much how PB will flow going forward. So make sure, please, y'all, make sure y'all, like, comment, share, get the word out. Let people know that we are back, what it's looking like. Because we got to get our, leadership back up.
Gotta get our numbers back up.
Yeah. We've been going for a long time, but it's all love. It's all good in the hood.
Turns out she ain't saved. If all hearts and minds are clear, remember, fam, I'll just put this up real quickly. Remember the takeover beginning next month, the last Tuesday of the month.
See, we don't even know what
we will see you back on next week for another conversation of PB. We'll see you guys on Thursday for morning devotions.
Yes, y'all have a great evening. We love y'all. Take care.
Take care.
Bye.